Good morning, good morning. All right, I know you guys are worried. Everyone's concerned that this might be the cycle top. But I think that Bitcoin is putting in a very similar structure like we did back around 30,000 that might be setting itself up for its next and final expansion phase, all the way up to around $150,000, give or take. As such, any move down to the $60,000 region should be looked at as a buy opportunity. So let's go ahead and talk about what I'm seeing over here. At around the $16,000 region, all the way up to the $30,000 region, Bitcoin was putting in a structure where we had a rising channel. So you guys can see 1, 2, 3, 3 lows, then a failed breakout, followed with a failed continuation towards a downside that simply ended up being a bear trap where we saw more accumulation and then the real breakout. Now, could we be seeing something similar where we have our accumulation low, the second low, third low, coming up against key resistance, followed with a failed breakout attempt, then the break of the trend, only to be followed with accumulation instead of continuation towards the downside? If that happens, guys, it's going to be very, very similar to how we had a failed break towards the downside over here, only to see accumulation, and then the big move where Bitcoin more than 2x, right? So if we see something similar, we could be setting ourselves up for a move where Bitcoin has a failed break of this trend, only to accumulate at around the $60,000 level, and then a big move to the upside. And guys, there's confluence with this as well. If we go ahead and pull up our oscillators right over here, we're looking at our RSI, you guys can see that at around the $30,000 region, during this uptrend, Bitcoin had put in a head and shoulders like structure on the RSI with a break towards the downside, but we did not see that continuation to the bottom of the RSI. Instead, we simply had a fake out, a break back into the structure, and then we went to the top of the RSI range, showing our bull strength. Similarly, now we are seeing a head and shoulder structure at around the $60,000 to $70,000 region. Do we break down only to see accumulation instead of the dreaded continuation to the bottom of the RSI range? If we do not see that continuation, we are likely going to break back into the head and shoulder structure, leading to this big breakout over here that's likely going to take Bitcoin into the $100,000 region. And last but not the least, guys, this accumulation zone over here is gonna line up with the bi-weekly dynamic right over here. You guys can see that ever since we reclaimed it, right, the bi-weekly dynamic has been holding. Every test of the bi-weekly dynamic has been a buy accumulation opportunity. Now, we don't get it all that often, but when we do get it, we have to respect it, right? So this zone over here, guys, coming in at around the $60,000 region is gonna line up with the bi-weekly dynamic in a couple of weeks as this bi-weekly dynamic moves to the upside. As you guys can see in the bear market too, this has served us really well in staying bearish as long as we are underneath the bi-weekly dynamic, right? So as long as we are staying above the bi-weekly dynamic, we must stay bullish with our posturing, as uncomfortable as it may be. But now, once we do lose the bi-weekly dynamic, that's when we must get concerned. But until then, we have to look at every test of that zone over there as an opportunity to load up before what may be the final leg to the upside. Now, am I 100% sure that this next leg is going to be the final leg? No. In fact, in the previous video I did, I used an economic indicator along with Bitcoin's price action over here to show you guys, one, why Bitcoin's biggest expansion phase of this cycle is yet to come, and two, why it may actually be even a more prolonged expansion than even I expected. So if you guys missed that video, make sure to watch it. And hey, if you guys are enjoying this short form content, let me know by hitting the subscribe, hitting the like, and leaving a comment down below, because it really motivates me to do more of these. Until the next one, do the mango way, do it the easy way, do it the stress-free way. Ciao.